And here's an example of the Republic Tower. We had a crack at this one. It's in downtown Dallas. 3 towers built in the 50s and 60s. 1.89 million square feet of rentable space. It cost $300 million to build. The replacement value was $400, and we put a bid in for $25. And we didn't get it, but the bid that got it was $30. And it's now a residential tower. It's fabulous. We'll show you how to do these things and how you don't need access to your $30 million to do this. Here's an interesting thing. Where it is a religion to worship the sun, the laws of heat will be poorly understood. Does that make sense? If you idolize something, you think, commercial's too complex and I can't do this, you'll never do it. But if you can crack it, you will. Some people try and have it both ways. This is a real car. And this is why I do stuff. That's my little girl. She's not so little now, of course. But that gives me the motivation to go out and create a better world. And she was very reluctant to let me come here. She said, Daddy, can't you take me along the way you normally do on these trips? And I said, no, sweetheart, not this time. She had school. Anyway, you get to see a lot of fabulous places. This is what my course, the weekend course that I talked about, this is what it includes. I just want to run through that with you. We have the 2-day workshop. It's here in Sydney, the 26th and 27th of April this year. That's worth $4,995. That's what we charge for it. But what you also get is the DV Library Workshop. We'll be videoing the whole thing, and you'll get the DVDs of that, so that if there are bits you didn't quite understand or you still don't get the man-woman thing, you can watch it again and again until you get it, right? And it's good to review things. I never read a book once. If it's a good book, read it multiple times. Not only are there things you didn't pick up first time round, but even the stuff that you did learn, when you then learn new things, because you've learned the other stuff first, it adds value to it. It sort of grows in many multiple ways. So that's good. We've got the DVD Library Workshop. Then we have the software. We've got this REAP software, which is Real Estate Acquisition Program. And we've got REMS, which is Real Estate Management System. Right? Now, if you own one property, you don't need software to figure out whether the tenant's paid or not. You'll know. But if you've got a number, then you may not know. So this will help you manage it. Then in addition to that, we've got the CD courses. This is my Property Investor School. Most of you probably know a lot of this stuff, but it won't hurt to listen to it. Turn the radio off, and while you're driving, listen to one of these, and you might just pick up one idea and go to the next level. In addition to that, we have this commercial real estate course. This is 12 CDs packed full of information with a workbook, so that by the time you go through this and you've attended that, it becomes second nature to you. Right now, some of these concepts, you kind of get them, but does it work? Would it work for me? Would it work in Sydney? He's been away from Australia for a while now. It'll become second nature. When it's normal for you, you'll do it. You'll be more inclined to do it. So we've got that. In addition to that, we've got the real estate books. I told you this one here, Real Estate Riches. 2 more, I won't go into. This one is, I think it's very exciting. This is the longest title on Amazon. It's called 101 Ways to Massively Increase the Value of Your Real Estate Without Spending Much Money. And there are all ideas. The cheapest idea in this book is 69 cents. Because I say if it's residential and you're having trouble renting or selling your house and you've got 40-watt light bulbs in there, spend 69 cents and get a 150-watt light bulb and put it in, because the room will look bigger, brighter, cleaner, and fresher. And if you're really cheap, the advantage of this idea is that 40-watt bulb that you took out, it still works. You can still use it. Right through to multi-million-dollar ideas, all right? It works. So, by the way, was it easy to come up with 101 ideas? It was tough. It was tough to limit it to 101. There are so many more. So what you can do, even with your existing properties, residential or commercial, is read through this and think, can I apply this one? Can I apply that one? Most people find at least a dozen that they can apply. And the value will go up by way more than the cost of implementing that. Does that make sense? All right, so we include that one as well. So we have those books. Then we have 6 monthly group mentoring calls, because I understand many people, they absorb information, they believe it all, they accept it all, but they still want to ask a question. Now, I can't have one-on-one calls with everyone, but we do group calls for 2 reasons. Firstly, it's more time efficient for me. But in my experience, folks, there are only 79 questions on real estate. And every question I've ever had and ever will get is one of those 79 popping up with slightly different phraseology. Whether you say footpath or sidework or garage or garage or whatever, it doesn't matter. It's the same question, right? So by listening into those calls, not only do you often get your own questions answered, but you learn answers to questions that you weren't even thinking of yourself. Make sense? Okay, so we've got that. Then, in addition, we've got 2 property evaluation certificates, which I'm sure are here somewhere, but it doesn't matter. These are certificates you get because unless you're already in this game, some of you might be appraisers or valuers in commercial or agents, that you'll know this stuff. But those of you that aren't, it's always daunting. Anything that's unusual and unnatural is daunting. So you'll come across a property and you've ticked off all these things that we've gone over. You say, this is good, but you still don't know. That's where you can fill out one of these forms and have me analyze it with you. We now don't need to travel as much. We can use Google Maps and Google Street Views, and you'll make photos of it and maybe video clips if it's appropriate. We want to get the foot count and everything. We give you a list of criteria as to what you send to us, and then we do the analysis. I would prefer for you to put in the REAP numbers and then send me a copy of your file, and then we can see if this is a good thing for you, and we give a complete analysis of how that works. It's all care, no responsibility. It's an opinion. So you still have to make the decision, but at least we're there helping you. And there are people who pay for an entire course just to get 1 or 2 of these certificates. So we include 2 of those. That's the charge on them. So the total value when you add all of that up is $24,500. Right now, in Australia, that's cheap. Whenever we've run events in, say, the US and Australia, there's always been a price differential. And in all the years that I've done these in the past, we've only ever had one American who realized that it was way cheaper to fly to Australia, pay for his airfares, accommodation, meals, everything else, and attend the course here than to do it at home. In the States, to attend it there, it's $58,950, and you've got airfares and everything else to consider. So that's a lot. Well, we're not charging that. To do it online, folks, if you just want to, you can't do the course, but you're buying all these things online. I'm trying to click it. Here we go. It's $22,955. All right, that's if you buy it online, but you don't get the 2-day course with me. Well, we're not doing that. Even if we did half price, it would be $11,477. We're not even doing that. I've been strong-armed. We're doing it today for $4,995. All those things you saw. Now, because I know some of you need an incentive to do things, I'm offering you a few bonuses. Oh, and I must add, there's a payment plan. You can either pay it straight up or you pay $915 spread over 6 months, and that will also do it for you. We also have an option if you've got a spouse or significant other or insignificant other, a partner may attend for just 3 lumps of the $915. You don't have to be intimate friends. I mean, often in commercial, 2 buddies will do it. And if you want to come as 2 buddies, that's fine too. My aim is to help you get this stuff so that we can have a more efficient market and everyone's better off. So I've got these bonuses that may help you make a decision. The first one, it's not worth so much in dollar terms. It's this real estate dictionary. And by the way, it's got my favorite quote on the front. The deal of the decade comes along about once a week. If you believe that the deal of the decade truly does come along every week, you will find them, folks. But if you believe with a passion in your conscious mind and in your subconscious mind that no good things ever happened to you, in fact, the last time you tried something, you fell off the stage, right? If you believe that, you won't find them because we always find evidence to support our theories. Who's bought commercial property? Does the deal of the decade come along often?
No.
Well, you don't. Not every day, no. I said every week, not every day. But anyway, you get that. And if you don't quite know what the difference is between collateral and equity, that could be the difference between making $1 million or losing $1 million. All these tools, by the way, the benefit is not just in, what if this software or this book, what if it could help you find one great property? What would that be worth to you? What if it could find you $500,000 of income? But equally importantly, what if these tools could help you avoid buying just one lemon? What would you be willing to pay for that? So we've got the dictionary. The second thing is at the event, on the Saturday night, we have a VIP cocktail party, and you get a free ticket for that for those who choose to sign up today. And then most importantly, for those who sign up today, I include a 3rd property evaluation certificate. So when you add all of that up, you come up with a whole range of things. You've got the 2-day workshop. Remember, it's April 26th, 27th. It's in a month's time, okay, at $4,995. We've got the DVD library. We've got the real estate software, both the acquisition software and the management software. We've got the real estate courses. We've got the real estate books. We've got the monthly group mentoring calls. We've got the property evaluation certificates. We've got the real estate dictionary, the VIP pass, and the extra property evaluation certificate. Now for a total of $27,950. And those of you that are interested, you can acquire that today for $4,995. And I just want to finish by adding one thing. If you think education is expensive, try ignorance. I want to thank you for being a great crowd. I want to finish on time because I know some of you have got commitments to babysitters and spouses and all that sort of thing. Thank you very much for listening and for being here. I'll be at the back answering questions. Hope to see some of you in a month's time here in Sydney. Thank you so much. Thank you.